Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're playing some more Historic because we got Historic Anthology 3. Let's go. We're playing Mono Black. Like, how do you not? How is this not the first deck you play? Essentially, it's just Historic Mono Black. We've made a few changes here and there. I haven't looked at any other lists. But one thing that I really do want to note is there are plenty of ways to get Phyrexian Obliterator to hurt itself. That is the reason I'm playing the Cat Oven combo. I'm playing Witch's Oven, essentially as a very easy, I gotta sacrifice this just in case button. And since I'm playing the Cat, or since I'm playing the Oven, I might as well play the Cat as well. For what it's worth, the Oven does still have a nice combo with Gary plus Nightmare Shepherd, so there is that. So I'm gonna go through all the cards. We've Cauldron Familiar as a 3 of. It was very difficult kind of cutting down in here because of the sheer number of Obliterators I wanted to run. Initially, I had 4, but I felt I had to cut it down, unfortunately. So we only have 3 Cauldron Familiars. It's a nice little sacrifice loop. Only 3 because 1, we only have 3 Ovens, and 2 because it's not necessarily the best card in the deck. 3, Knight of the Ebon Legion. Very strong 1-drop in black. It allows us to continually use our mana for extra things, and it just scales nice and sizably. 3 Witch's Oven. I want to be able to sacrifice stuff at instant speed because we're playing this. We want to make sure that we don't get screwed over. 3 Tymaret, Chosen from Death. This is a great card because it helps us deal with opposing graveyard-based strategies, and it just gets relatively swole relatively fast thanks to us being a mono black devotion deck. 4 Yarok's Fenlurker is a great card. It has 2 devotion pips, and we force him to exile, and then we of course can pump it if we need to. 2 Heartless Acts. It's decent removal. That's pretty much it. 2 Murderous Riders. This kills creatures and planeswalkers, and is a creature in and of itself that has 2 black pips. Pips. What's not to like? 3 Ayara, First of Locthwain. Sacrifice Outlet, drainy card. 3 black pips is great, and you technically draw a card. What's not to love? 2 Drag to the Underworld. It's removal that's almost always going to cast exactly 2. It's double black, but it has no restrictions, whereas Heartless Act does. So that's why we're essentially running a 2-2 split there. 3 Phyrexian Obliterators. The reason I'm playing this: 1, 4 black pips. 2, it's a 5/5 with trample. 3, it has that sweet ability. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. It means it's great on offense and on defense. Your opponent's not going to want to block this because then they'll have to sacrifice permanents, and you're going to hit them for 5. And it has trample, so blocking's not great. And your opponent's not going to want to attack into this because then you block with it, and they lose a lot of permanents. It's pretty decent. Of course, the issue is that if you Justice Strike this card, for example, then since Justice Strike has the creature deal damage to itself, that means you control the creature, and you have to sacrifice that many. That is why we have 6 total sacrifice effects. 3 Nightmare Shepherd. 4 mana 4/4 flyer. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile. If you do, create a token copy of the title of the creature, blah, blah, blah. Getting extra Garys is fantastic because these are actual copies. They have the mana pips, but you're also just able to double drain, essentially, your opponent, which is great. Yeah, it's just generally a strong card. Speaking of Gary, we have Grey Merchant of Asphodel. This card is meant to just end games. Right, it's a 5 mana 2/4, not the strongest stat line. This card should end the game, either by giving you a lot of life, or by just having your opponent die. It's great. 1 Cavalier of Night. I was like, I don't know. I like Cavalier of Night. It's 3 black pips. Figured, fuck it, why not? 3 Barren Moor. We're a monocolor deck. I want to not run out of, I want to not top deck lands too often. 1 Bojuka Bog. I don't know if it's needed because we do have access to Tymaret, and then in the sideboard we can add more graveyard hate. I'm going to tell you something. I've played Bojuka Bog for years in EDH. This is the first time I see that there is a corpse in that. First time. I have never seen that corpse before. Dude has orange hair. I thought it was just more tree stuff. I cannot believe this. Anyway, 2 Castle Locthwains to draw more cards, 2 Field of Ruins to blow up lands I don't like, and then 16 Swamps. I have some cards in the sideboard, which I will talk about after after the games. Historic ranked. Oh, baby. Just a permanent queue of historic ranked. That's that good shit right there. Ah, delicious. Going against Zapdos 101. This ain't Pokemon. Pokemon. Hell yeah. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I'll play the Familiar because I like to live dangerously. Why don't I get my swing on? So, some people have been a little annoyed, and I think justly, have been a little annoyed that the land borders are like this. It's like fine for me. I'm not bothered by it too much. I'm just gonna kill this. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this. So I assume they're playing Orzhov Lifegain. Yeah, like the bottom borders are more visible now, essentially. Look, I haven't played with witches up in a little while. All right, I missed a damage on my opponent. My opponent might be able to start to do some shenanigans with Daxos, but I wanted to be able to actually, like, deploy some more of my threats, so. Well, there goes Drag. Unfortunate, so I can't kill this yet. I'll need to draw some more of my removal. I see you are also playing a cat. Another one, sure. Well, next turn I have Locthwain to draw, so. Looks like they might Locthwain as well. The Familiars don't do nearly as much when you can't shove them inside of an oven. Vaguely worried about losing my Familiar, but only vaguely. Well, hello there. Ah, Mr. Kenobi. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm just going to end the turn. Right, I have Discord questions. I totally forgot about that. Because I'm a garbage content creator. Don't worry, I have a plan. That was not technically part of the plan. I didn't play a land yet, right? I don't think so. No. Cool. Captain Lightning, newest patron, asks, what is my least favorite plane? That'd probably be Spirit Airlines. No, I'm kidding. Least favorite plane. In terms of, like, least favorite plane of, like, where to live, the Shard of Grixis sounds pretty inhospitable. Opponent, you are dead now. You have become dead. And we're talking about, like, in terms of fun, probably comic. Well, I guess actually, it technically would be. I mean, actually, you know what? Ogrotha isn't interesting to me at all. We haven't really gotten a lot of information about Ogrotha, but I'll go with that. If we're talking about, like, contemporary planes, though, which I think is a little bit more fair, I would probably say... It's really difficult, right? Like, Kaladesh is possibly, like, the weakest one for me. But it's still, like, pretty strong in several ways. I didn't really care about the story all that much. I really did like the environment, though. I really liked the Aether being infused into everything. I thought that was very interesting. Evil Ethics, hello. This is a decent hand. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Potentially turn 4. Maybe Battle Bond land? It's really not like their fault. I think it's mostly just like the Battle Bond. Like, we just haven't had a lot of stuff from there. So this is a good old-fashioned Grixis control deck. Carthanarium would be a little annoying, but, you know. And they kept a bad hand. The Mulligans got a bad hand. It's because they're using the bad card styles. Wait. Were they using card styles? I don't actually know. Who cares? Yeah. Battlebot land. Possibly. Oh, gosh. The Lollybobble asks, if you could ban up to 5 cards from Standard, which ones would you ban? First, I have to say, I do not care about Standard all that much. I'm a Historic boy. But I'm going to go to MTG Goldfist. Oh, it's Jennifer. What's up? I don't know this person. I'm just saying it like that for some reason. This is an utter yikes. This is better. I do think I sadly put Merchant to the bottom. Excuse me, Gary. I love doing that. It's a Fallout reference if you don't know. Let's just say I'm not going to include companions. Let's just say it. 3-image Teferi is still annoying. Wilderness Reclamation is stupid. Nissa is dumb. Agent of Treachery is dumb. And if we're just talking about standard, I guess Fires of Invention kind of covers the other ones. So I think those. Main deck, Noxious Grasp. That's interesting, Jennifer. I wonder how that works out for you. Only 2 questions. I've been kind of prolific in answering them. Little Flash, you couldn't hide your Dimirness. I mean, I could hold up Murderous Rider, but instead I'm going to attempt a Smorkity Smork. I'll activate this. Like, what else am I going to do? I could hold this up, but there's no guarantee they're going to play anything I care about. This is going to die in response. That's fine. Oh, it's going to be bounced. Is this freaking Dimir Flash? Is this actual whole ass Dimir Flash? Because I would not appreciate that. Not one bit. Take your 1. I'll play this, and I'll pass the turn. And I'll murder something with a Murderous Rider. Do it. Try me. Well, they'll probably just play Brazen Borrower, which makes the most sense. Person over here trying to give the jukes. You poor unfortunate soul. It is Dimir Flash, and they tried to hide by being freaking shot. First of all, hilarious because of story reasons, but nah, you're a Dimir through and through. I see you, monster. Just the mic and make a bunch of noise while doing so. Ooh, someone didn't get another land. Interesting. That's fine. Just cast Nightmare Shepherd. I will make a Dimir Flash deck at some point. It's gonna take me a while because I just generally don't like Flash. Omen. Huh. Omen of the Dead is very interesting in a blue-black Flash deck. I assume this means they're running relatively high creature counts. The issue for them, though, is they've not yet gotten past 3 mana. So they're very limited in what they're able to do every turn. Whatever you don't do this main phase. This also flies, which is great. This is a Gray Merchant, which is great. I can even... If they try to flash this in to block this, I can even just, like, kill it, so... Alright, take 5. trying to think. They can only cast one thing this turn. I can force them to counter this. I think I'll do it. You could play Murderous Rider, you could just pass and hold up Castle Locthwain, but I think I'm just going to slow them down while I have 5 damage on board. Yeah, that's fine. I assume we're going to see a Scry at the bottom. Or they're going to keep it on top and they're going to play a land. Or a Surveil, right. I forgot it was Surveil. Yeah, so I mean, I do think that was a correct decision, still. Main phase Slitherwisp. That is very odd. And I have my volume all the way up, so I'm sure I've been yelling for the past few minutes. My apologies for that. Just a smork. Yeah, just take the damage, to be honest. Not the best. I'll just play this, though. I've got some harsh-ass damage on them, though. They're at 9, still haven't dropped a 4th land. There's their 4th land. But it is probably too little too late. And what if I do? I mean, I smork out. Like... Sure. So we can chump with Brazen Borrower. For 8 mana, it costs 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can just do this. I think this should be fine. Yeah. Now that's a lot of damage. Opponent's on 6. I'll cycle this. I'll cycle the Salisbury Stake and hopefully obliterate my opponent's life points directly. It's Obliterator. For what it's worth, I will say that Slitherwisp looks really cool. I like the card. It's just stupid. Although, I guess it hasn't actually been... Like, Flash hasn't really been a thing right now, I don't think. If you kill anything but Nightmare Shepherd, they will come back. Stronger and more powerful than you could ever imagine. There we go, there it is. Hell yeah, bud. Unfortunately, this is where I have to end it today. Because D&D ran long. And I've got other stuff to do and it's already 9. So that is where I have to end it, unfortunately. I'll be having some more decks down the pipeline. Obviously we have a Gates End. I still have a bunch of these down here. Interesting. A bunch of these down here that I still do plan on making and playing. Updates to older decks, Historic and Brawl. Yeah, just, you know, check the pipeline, keep it peeping. We're going to be doing some F&M Historic tomorrow. It's going to be good stuff. good stuff all around. Would like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Captain Lightning, for their new support, and everyone else's continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links to that down in the description below. I do, of course, hope you've enjoyed this mono black video. If you did, go ahead and tap that like button, add subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment in the comment section down below, pass the turn, and the vid to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, I will be one.